You don't deserve the success that you're given. And that goes for all of you who are watching this. Years ago, I used to believe that if I set myself up in the right way, I made all of the right choices financially, in terms of my relationships, in terms of all of the things that you're thinking about, that my life would be highly successful. And it turned out that I had moderate level of success. I have a pretty good family. I think they like me. My finances are relatively put together. I have a life that I think a lot of people would like. But I think about this and I think about my life, and the success that I'm given has nothing to do with me. And it has everything to do with people that have given me ideas or were role models in my life, or the situation where I grew up in. I think about how privileged I actually am to have educators and books and a good family support system, roughly, to do all of the things that I've been able to do. And without any of those particular things, I wouldn't be here today. So I think that I don't deserve much of the success that's given to me. And I think you probably don't deserve much of the success that's given to you as well. Much of it has to do with many other people in many other circumstances that are outside of your control. You have nothing to do with those particular circumstances. Where you grew up and where you were born was not a decision that you made. It's likely not even a decision that your parents made. They were just there at the right time, at the right circumstance. And I think about that and how fortunate that we actually are, and how much none of us deserves any of this. All of this is a glorious thing that we see around us. And I think we should take advantage of it. I think that's where I often think about is, if none of this has anything to do with me, why wouldn't I go out and try to help more people? Why wouldn't I try to be more generous? Why wouldn't I be absolutely grateful with where I am at and who I'm around and everything else around me? And I pause and I think about this every single day. Is what is an important moment in my life, or this is such an important moment in my life because of the fact that all the other things that have happened. And I want you to reflect on that. I know that this is something that is difficult for some of us to reflect on because we're going through tough times. And we all go through these tough times, and we all have struggles. I deeply am aware of all of those things. I have those all the time too. But I want you to reflect on just how fortunate that we actually are. Now, here's the thing that I want you to also think about, is that it's not simply about just being fortunate and saying, that's good enough, and being grateful for where I'm at and who I've become and who I am becoming. But it's also realizing that much of this wouldn't have been here without people that have had the gumption to go do things, that have decided to get up and get out there and change things and do things that are really, really important. And when they do that, I want you to look at all of the things around you. None of this stuff was guaranteed when they pursued it. These cars, for example. these new things that they were making were completely ambiguous. People didn't understand that they should be pursuing these things, and yet they went and did it. They made it. And I want you to think about that, is all of these things around us are made up, and all of these things took a leap of faith to create this wonderful, beautiful world around us. What does that mean for you? I would enjoy if you would get out there, even leave some comments if you wanted to, about how you can go and change the world that you're in. If that means going and getting more education, if that means going and leading some new organization, or simply saying, I'm going to encourage my kids, my family, people around me to go do good things. What does that actually mean? How are you going to do this? I just want you to reflect and think about how grateful we should be at this moment. And on top of it, how can you advance yourself and other people so we can make this even better? That's all I'm thinking. All right, take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.